An incident of an acid spill at a Chinese-owned mine has reportedly led to the contamination of a major river in Zambia. Environmentalists are fearing that millions could be impacted from this contamination. The spill took place on the 18th of February when a tailing dam containing acidic waste from a copper mine collapsed, polluting over 100 kilometers of downstream. Environmentalists are calling it a disaster with catastrophic consequences and blamed the Chinese-owned mine for it.
It is an environmental disaster, really of catastrophic consequence when we consider the fact that cyanometals has polluted a river on which millions of people depend for their livelihoods. We're also talking about wildlife and just the general disturbance which has been given even in not just villages but actual towns.
The collapse allowed some 50 million litres of waste containing concentrated acid, dissolved solids and heavy metals to flow into a stream that links to the Kafue River. In the aftermath of the disaster, piles of dead fish were found along the riverbank. The incident also caused damage to maize and groundnut fields of local communities. Zambian government deployed the Air Force to drop hundreds of tons of lime into the river to counteract the acid and roll back the damage.
When I went to the fish pond, I found that the lime had flowed through the pond and all the fish had been swept away. I just stood in agony, wondering what I would do about the money I spent on the project. I stood there watching because there was nothing I could do.
About 60% of Zambia's 20 million people live in this river basin and depend on it in some way or the other as a source of fishing, irrigation for agriculture and water for industry. The river supplies drinking water to about 5 million people.